Hello everyone and welcome back once again to DCS. Today we are going to be taking a look at one of my created missions. Hello Harrier. Goodbye Harrier. Going to be taking a look at one of my created missions with the A10C Thunderbolt 2. You can tell it's a A10C Thunderbolt 2 versus the A10C2 module by the Pave Penny Pod just next to the main landing gear there. The A10C2 does not have that Pave Penny. So that's the easiest way to figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and explain what actually goes into this mission, what the idea of this mission is, and what the desired outcome is. So if you don't want to hear about that, if you just want to see the mission unfold as I play it through, skip to this point in the video. Otherwise, stick around and we will hop into the mission editor. Okay, and here we are in the mission editor. You saw, obviously, this is my A10C here. I'm outfitted with, once it loads, a very, very hardy load, just under my 100% max payload. In my center line, and I've got a symmetrical load each side minus my outermost stations. In the center, I have cluster bombs, CBU 87s, I believe. Then we have 3 times Mark 82s on the number 4 and 8. Nope, number 4. Yeah, number 4 and number 8 pylons. Then we have 3 times AGM 65. I believe these are the Lima models. Kilo models. Excuse me. 3 times AGM 65 kilo models. Obviously, we have our targeting pod, our lightning, and our early version ECM pod. We have 8 times rockets. These are going to be high explosive high explosive anti-tank heat rounds coming out of there. And then we have 2 times AIM 120Ls, I believe. AIM 9Ls rather, not 120s. So the idea behind this, you can probably tell by the paint scheme that I've selected, is for a 1980s themed Gulf War era theater. So we've got the 2 times A10s here. We have 2 times AV-8B Harriers. This mission's not fully ironed out yet, so you're going to see a few bugs here and there. Another set of AV-8Bs outfitted for ground attack. As you can tell, there are 6 times bombs. I believe they are 3 times of the Mark. Where are they? One of these. It was an odd number. That was like a Mark 85 or something. Where am I? Mark 81s. 3 times Mark 81s. So slightly smaller bomb, but you can carry more of them so you can hit more targets. And then 2 times AIM 9s. I have a ECM pod on the center, and then obviously the very well-known Harrier Gatling gun. Moving over to our air-to-air coverage. So obviously you're going to need air-to-air coverage if you're doing ground attacks. We have 2 times F-16 Charlies that are actually outfitted in a multi-role fashion here. So we have 3 times cluster bombs on our inner stations, and then 3 times Mark 82 Snake Eyes. You can tell Snake Eyes actually separate from the other Mark 82 and Mark 83s by this aft portion of the bomb, if you didn't know that. This is a drogue that will deploy and will retard the descent rate of the bomb instead of them being free fall. You can select both high drag and low drag, but we'll go over that in another video. In fact, I might have actually covered it in my CCRP bombing video on the F-16. Next up, we have 4 times F-15Cs. Gotta love the good old Eagle. Outfitted with 4 times AIM 7 Sparrows, as well as 8 times, rather, AIM 9s. We'll get to these guys in a second. This is just a C-130 for scenery, just so the airfield feels a little more alive. Same thing with these A10Cs. Same library as me, but they're empty, simulating that they've just completed an attack run. Bombers, 2 times B-52s. I haven't fully got these implemented yet with how I want them to go, but they're carrying 27 times of the Mark 82, low drag bombs, and then on the outer portions we have 9 times of the Mark 20 Rockeyes, which release little bomblets called cluster bomb units. So all of us at this base here are going to be flying over to, or towards, Leeway Air Force Base. We'll get to all these guys in a second, but what the idea of this mission was supposed to be a sort of high-stakes evacuation situation. I don't know why this isn't loading, but whatever. We'll roll with it for now. So I have here an array of different ground units. Most of these are infantry. So you can see I've got infantry M4, just the standard default DCS, low texture infantry. Few pieces of armor as well. So I've got an LAV 20, a couple LAV 25s, a Bradley platoon. Where are they? That's my Humvees, infantry M4. Where are my Bradleys? LAV, infantry M4. Are you my Bradleys? You are my Bradleys. Why are you on top of each other? Okay. That explains why they were burning. Oh, because he's on road. So look at me fixing this mid-type. But anyway, 2 times Bradley IFVs. Fun fact about the Bradley, actually, the early version of the Bradley was designed to be an amphibious vehicle. That's why you can see this very V-shaped hull. But they added so much armor to it that it became unable to displace the amount of water. I'm sorry, to remain buoyant in the amount of water it displaced. So it's no longer a amphibious vehicle. A few linebacker systems, a little bit of anti-air over here, some man pads with stingers. And then my linebackers are here, I believe. It's basically, essentially a Bradley with a, I believe they're either unguided or laser-guided missile systems. So all of these guys are held up here. So the situation is they've captured this power station here. They wanted to do demolition in this building. That's why I have this big smoke effect here to, you know, simulate they demolished it or whatever. But in doing that, they made a lot of people angry. So I've got a lot of infantry here, both insurgent as well as Iranian, and I believe a few Iraqi forces. Are all going to converge on this location and do their best to wreak havoc on these guys. I've got a few pieces of anti-aircraft artillery. We've got a very cool Shilka. Please, someone ask DCS to fix the desert paint scheme because it looks awful, so we're sticking with the default olive drab. Some gun trucks. Oh, nope, those are actually my BMPs. Same deal. I hate how the desert skin looks on this to the point that I'm just willing to let it be default. These are my gun trucks with those big ol' ZU-23s. The gun trucks don't look much better. Actually, they arguably look worse, but then at Leeway Air Force Base, we have a large array of both fighter, ground attack, and rotary wings, so I'm not going to go through everything here. A lot of these are actually static, just for ambient, so it looks to be busier than it is. We've got some Mi-24P Hinds, some Mi-8s in the very weathered situation. There's not a very good, Afghan Air Force, or Iranian Air Force color. You know, I figure they wouldn't look quite this nice, so I did go with the worn out paint scheme on them. Helps them blend a little bit too, actually, funny enough, even though they've got these big blue, on the one side at least, the big blue bulbous guys there. A little bit of air defense, nothing too crazy. Another ZU-23, a SA-3 sight. Obviously there's a radar for the SA-3 sight back here. These are static, just static F-14s. Again, kind of just adding some life to the airbase that we're attacking. Another set of Hinds. Then I believe these are MiG-29s. Oh, hello. DCS. Okay, there we go. MiG-29 Alpha models in the Iranian Air Force blue-gray livery. These guys are outfitted for ground attack. We'll leave it there. But they're outfitted for ground attack. And then these are more static aircraft I have here. I believe these are MiG... Well, nope, they're F-5s. I don't know why I left them painted like Luke Air Force base planes. Let me remedy that really quick. Boom, boom, and boom. Big old fire here burning. Then we have these guys. So we've got 2 times T... 3 times T-55s in the front, actually, that are going to advance over to our guys here, as well as you saw the 2 BDRMs as well, little scout cars that are going to try to make that same advance. Now, you probably have guessed, gee, that's a lot of people coming into here. So I do have a small platoon here. I've got 2 Humvees to kind of suppress the infantry forces, and then I have 3 times M1A2 Tusks, or M1A1 Abrams. I don't know. They have M1A2 Abrams. As far as I knew, the M1A2 was the Tusk. I don't know. So those guys are going to do the same thing. They're going to drive on-road to our guys over here. So as these guys are coming in the front here, our Abrams crew is going to come in from the back, and our Humvees will come in from the back as well. That's most of the mission. I've got a few aircraft out here, so I think these are A4s. MiG-21s, my mistake. MiG-21s, again, outfitted for air-to-ground. And 2 more Mi-24Ps, again, outfitted for air-to-ground, obviously. I think I actually did away with the A4s. Originally, there were A4s that were going to come streaking in and drop bombs, but I replaced those guys with the MiG-21s, and then I've got 2 times MiG-21s. Oh, those are the 19s. There we go. 2 MiG-21s outfitted for air-to-air, short-range air-to-air, 2 times infrared, heat seekers on each wingtip, and then a single, I believe that's a... I'd have to look. I believe that's a simple early radar-guided missile, but I'm not too familiar on the Russian stuff. Anyway, let's dig into the mission. And okay, so here we are in mission. Sorry, bumped the mic there. A few housekeeping things I need to take care of before we get rolling. Bear with me here. That should be it. Set our IFF to mode 4. Pretty low fuel load. I did that for 2 reasons. 1, it allows me to carry more ordnance. And then 2, once that ordnance is dropped or deployed, it allows us to have a slightly more maneuverable, slightly faster accelerating aircraft. Things to consider in DCS. Rolling up on the active now. Try to beat these F-16s out. You can see the Harriers ahead of us. And some F-15s in the distance. Go ahead and do our external lighting here. And I'm actually just going to scoot out right behind the Harrier because he's going to depart way faster than me. We're doing a minimum interval departure here. Full power. Yeah, and he's already leaving us behind like nobody's business. Alright, we're going to try to rotate around 155, 160 knots, somewhere around there. We are very, very heavy today, so get a good amount of speed under the wings before we pull out of ground effect. Okay, gear up, and we'll come out to the right. Leaving us behind there. There's 170. We'll bring the flaps up. come out and get established at, we'll do about 3,500 feet. Copy 2.
Altitude, altitude.
Oh, I know. Keep the old nose pointed up. Let's get waypoint 1 selected, which I actually already have. We're actually going to select waypoint 3, I believe. I'll explain why while we're en route here. I want to get stabilized out here. I'm going to roll our engine power back here. Just a little bit. While we're climbing, go ahead and get our DSMS going, as well as warming up our targeting pod and our Maverick missiles. These two... and they are in CCIP. That's what I want, actually. So, back to DSMS. Thinking the first thing we're going to launch are AGM-65 Deltas, but we'll see once we get there. Roger 2. So you should be able to catch us up, no problem whatsoever. I have a decent ways of flying to go yet. Yeah, so anyway, the reason I wanted to select waypoint 3 is waypoint 3 is going to take us directly over what is this, Aldafra? Liwa Air Force Base. It's going to take us straight over here, so if we need to engage anyone in this area here, we can. If you're flying AI, so I have this mission configured where you can fly a few different roles. But for the AI, it works best because they come into waypoint 1, they'll engage these guys here, and then the gun trucks, and then some of these guys. You just kind of stay out of the way of the airbase here. But nonetheless, we're going to fly straight to waypoint 3. And that's going to be that. I will see you guys once we're a little bit closer to our AO. Okay, things are starting to liven up in front of us. Obviously, you see the big smoke plumes at Liwa Air Force Base, as well as the power station that was taken. I'm actually looking on my targeting pod here. I think I have... Oh, shoot. 2 sees someone. And I've got MiG-29s on my RWR. We're not being locked yet. I was going to say I thought I saw armor rolling through here, but they disappeared into the city. Okay, 2, go ahead and break off. I don't want him to engage the bandits, though. We're going to wait till he has ground targets visual. We're being targeted now. Okay, we might have to go evasive here. Stand by. Big 29 rolling past us on the right. Yeah, we're being targeted hard. Missile launch. Got 2 defend. Copy 2. Let's go kill these MiGs. Okay, so 6. Missile launch.
Pull up, pull up.
I'm hit. BDA. Left engine's out. I got a fire. Stand by. I think 2's down. Shit.
Dodge 1.
Dump the weapons.
Bullseye 220 for 200 at 3,500.
I'm losing control. I'm in a graveyard spin. We're
Pull up, pull up.
eject, eject. Well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, the MiGs is dead, though. Right. So 2 dumped weapons, and he went to RTB. kind of sucks. Anyway, let's run it again. Oh, it's right there. We're hit. Engines are out. I think it's non-savable. Yeah, left and right engine fire. Dump our stores. Let's get the APU on, see if we can save the airplane.
Dodge 1, tally infantry at bullseye 222 for 210.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, we hit the car. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, cockpit up. Oh. Okay, gears unsafe, that's fine. Oh, we're down safely.
Dodge 1, engaging bandit at bull 222.
Oh, we're just being targeted by everything now.
Airborne.
Got a visual on something streaking up over there. Is that...
Contact armored target 12 o'clock.
Copy 2. It's F-16.
Dodge 1. Contact armored target.
This is
800.
dangerous airspace, especially for what we're doing here. There's a hind.
From the east, engaging bandit at bulls 222 for 200. Mud spike 10 o'clock.
Copy 2. Sure, we're still vaguely targeting that
Dodge 1.
search radar, so I'm gonna drop in here.
For 200 at contact target 11 o'clock. 8.
Hopefully they don't fire. If they do, we'll just have to get defensive. Dropping bombs in CCIP. Pickle. AAA is firing.
Mud spike 11 o'clock.
Good hits. We hit some MiGs on the runway. Excellent. Oh, shoot. Unexcellent. Not excellent. BDA. Lost our AC. Dang it.
Mud spike 12 o'clock.
Maybe some on the left wing. That's okay.
Dodge 1. Splash bandit at bulls.
Let's get these Mavericks off the rails. We lost our targeting pod. At least our MFCD for the targeting pod.
Spike 5 o'clock.
Copy 2. Where did they go? Where did they go? I need to have missiles off of the rails yesterday. A 14, I'll take it. Boarding and running.
Pull up, pull up.
Spike 11 o'clock.
Altitude, altitude.
F-16's targeting us. We're just being lit up from all angles here. I gotta get those radars targeted.
Mud spike 3 o'clock.
Okay, I see him sitting in the field there. Go 2, go.
Dodge 1. Splash bandit at bullseye 221 for 192 at 5,000. Targets of opportunity.
2, why are you following me?
Affirm.
Yeah, 2, you should have been doing that.
Engaging air defenses. Mud spike 6 o'clock.
Copy 2. Okay, let's try it again. They're just not showing up. Oh, that's a big hail of fire.
Mud spike 6 o'clock.
Altitude, altitude.
Come on, shield guy, I gotcha.
Pull up, pull
Oh,
up.
shoot. Eject. I'm dead. Well, I mean, so what we've learned here is I can't complete my own missions. I'm also overly aggressive when it comes to fighting, but hey, we got some kills. We killed that Shielka that was shooting us. The ZU gun that shot us down, we killed. The radar trucks are smoking. A couple of SAM launchers down. Blew up the F-14 that was there. And we left some good craters on this runway. Unfortunately, they're all on one side, so they can still use the other portion if they're able to stop before here. What are you? Oh, a hind. That's a MiG. Sounds like it's a F-10. Oh, we're gonna follow other people around. I'm tired of dying. Let's head over to our guys on the ground here and see how they're doing. For the most part, unscathed. Our Abrams platoon has made it in. It's the tow Humvee we had stationed here. Did the other Humvees make it in? We've got 2 blown up Bradleys, unfortunately. LAV didn't survive, but there's 2 of our other Humvees, or our LAVs are Ripperino. I don't know what's burning over here. Helo of some kind. It's either a hind or a... No, it's a hind. I can tell by the canopy. And there's this poor guy in his house who's just trying to enjoy life, and there's literal aircraft falling out of the sky for him. His tanks have done their sweep. They're rolling out now. Lots of fires everywhere from blown up stuff. That's a Shilka. He didn't stand a chance. Let's go F-10. See what's still alive. UH-60s are coming in now. F-16 is Winchester for ground munitions. Those are returning A-10s. Let's see if these 60s make it past what's left of the air defenses. Let's speed it up a little bit. So they're cranking out to the right. Probably to avoid flying directly over an armored Air Force base. But air defenses should be... That was good timing. Should be mostly neutralized. So they're going to make it past no problem. Oh, there were jets here. He ejected... Oh yeah, those were those MiG-21s that we blew up. So who is alive still? Not a whole lot, evidently. Now there's this one F-14 over here. He survived. Poor textures and all. Can you load that landing gear? Come on, shadows. And it looks like we did a little bit of splash damage to him, so I'll call that a net win, even though his landing gear still have not rendered. Oh, okay, they're rendered. Sorry, the mains are rendered. There you go. F-14's rendered. Lots of Mi-8s and Hinds still intact on the runway here. MiG-19 Farmers intact. F-5s are intact. So had I survived, I would have aimed to destroy more of Leeway Air Force Base, but I thought I had F-5s over here. Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? But the important part is our buddies in the UH-60s. Are going to make it. Oh, yeah, he's... Oh, no. Black Hawk down. Black Hawk down. I wonder if it's... Oh, no, there he goes. Black Hawk down. That's going to do it for this video. So that's going to do it for this video. I obviously need a little more practice work on my both mission editing as well as my piloting skills. A little bit less aggressive, but you know, in the heat of the moment, you get a little bit crazy. So anyway, that's going to do it for my sharing of, well, the first mission I've shared with you guys. Definitely not the first mission I've made This one's still very much work in progress. Obviously, we saw lots of things that needed polish here or there. I will work on those. If you guys like the independent mission sort of things made by me, let me know. And I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, take it easy. There's one lone AK man dragging a knee. Oh god, he's being shot at. No. Oh, he's dead. Okay, well.